Dexter, episode 6, Dexter Original Sin, episode 2, titled Kid in a Candy Store. And this episode is really good. It's entertaining. It's entertaining episode. It's all exploring about Dexter's first day at Miami Metro and how the things that normally would work in the original series, because he's the new kid, he gets mocked over. Like the first time he's at a crime scene and he starts going over Sherlock Holmes over like look at the blood trail, all that. Clearly there's a pattern. There's blood blocking the path. And Tina, Sarah Mel Gellar, his character is like, hey, Susan, come here. Tells the story, and Dexter tells the story again, and then, hey, Chief, come, Dexter, tell Chief what you told us, and you just realize that they're like, is a little bit like, look at this new guy, thinking he's at the top and him able to solve the crime. Basically, people don't take him seriously because he's the new guy, but even though he is white, there's a level of humor over that. There's also humor about Dexter's like, dude, what are you thinking? What were you thinking? I know you're 20 and I'm normally used to being like 40, but for God's sakes, dude. Seriously? Vegetables? You think a vegetable salad, a salad platter, a vegetable platter with some dip in the middle was going to make you the best guy ever? Donuts was like the duh option. Jesus. There's humor there. And also it's exploring like Dexter trying to be more social, Dexter trying to be one of the gang and trying to get along with Batista and Vince and all the other supporting characters at this point, and him struggling and then getting along with them and all forth. But there's a scene between Dexter and Angel that's really well put together. I mean, it is basically like having home. Here's the entire story of this one guy. Oh, these bunch of murders that Dexter saw on like the files. But you can, even though it's talking about murder, Dexter's kind of thinking this guy, the wheels are starting to turn. He's kind of, you see this friendship connecting. And also, they work for homicide. It's not that shocking that when they talk about work or talk about conversation, murder comes to the table. It's no surprise of it. But you feel these two, the friendship that we know for 8 seasons, going along from the original series is starting to bond. I mean, the only criticism I have with this episode is Deborah. I think it's one of those situations where, like, naturally, she's like 16. She's like 16, 17, so she comes along with all the stuff that a 16, 17-year-old would be, but she's still Deborah, and it's like, Deb as a 16-year-old, there's a part of me that feels like, can you just mature enough? Can you just act like your original series counterpart? Like, can you do that? Because the whole time she's like, well, she never wanted, Dad, and you never want to hang out with me. You always just want to hang out with Dexter. It's always fun the sunshine. Well, why I can't be the third wheel? But even though I'm like, you're giving them tofu. They slightly mock you, or make little jokey moments, like a little, and you tell them they're gonna fuck themselves and leave the womb. I'm like, come on, like there's a level of me going like, okay, I get it. She feels abandoned. She feels like she's not connecting with her dad as she did with her mom, and all that. But there's a point in me that's like, Jesus, Dad, please, as Harry said, move on, move the fuck on. It's also funny. I won't lie. Like Dexter, is now in the eyes of people who know him, like from the pie from episode 1, that's the thing that made him attractive. Like, make him like, huh. Because he was able to beat the crap out of that one guy, tossing him down the stairs for, for taking advantage of his sister. He seems like, woohoo. And it's like, okay, I'm like, okay. So but, it's 91, so probably the idea of, like, him able to whip someone's ass equals, like, he can protect me, the idea of, like, we need the knight in shining armor, that, because it's set in 91, so you have that concept of things. We got some flashbacks. In this episode. Clearly, the flashbacks are going to be dealing with Harry and him meeting Laura Moser, who, of course, is Dexter's mom. I wouldn't lie, I was laughing my ass off seeing Brian's reaction seeing Harry. And I'm like, you always hated this guy, didn't you? it didn't took, the cargo ship, the events of the cargo ship to do that, to have you hate Harry. It's just that. So that, I won't lie, that was kind of funny. I was like, you're basically Brian, who of course becomes the Ice Rock Killer in season 1, is in the original series. I couldn't help but laugh a bit, but you can kind of see there's a sense of maybe, I won't say friendship, but a more sense of there's no romanticness connecting yet. But my guess is we're also going to explore in episode 3 and beyond, exploring the why, because why does Harry cheat on his wife with Laura? Why is that the case? And it could be a simple thing of, it's drifting apart, and then I had to question, like, well, we know Deb was around the corner, so we know that in a couple of, in a couple of years and all that. So it'll be interesting how long is it till she enters in the picture, all that. But you can probably, it could be the sense of, because they've been trying to have another child due to their previous child tragically passed away, to say nicely, they officially they're trying to have another child, but whatever reason can't produce one. Now I'm thinking that might be the main reason. It's like, here's the fun, likable, not likable, but something that it's probably the thing that you wanted to have, versus the family that you could have but can't have with this other person. I think that could be the main reason. We get a glimpse of a big bad, which is this guy kidnapping a child. I thought it was the Trinity Killer for a second, because that would be his thing. But then when I saw a finger getting chopped off, I was like, okay, yep, this is a new bad guy. This is our big bad for the season and all that. Nothing much to say. It's just like, okay, he kidnaps a child, clearly linked to a more powerful guy, linked to a powerful person. Keeps him fed by afternoon snack meals, like the ones with some tomatoes, some cheese, and some biscuits, and some grapes, and some ham on there in those dishes. And then one day just slice his finger off for whatever reason, in 3 days. So it'll be interesting what that is, and to find out more about him. But of course, episode 3, because surprisingly, I didn't realize this, that they were going to they were going to put episode 2 and 3 in 1 week. So I was kind of like, well, did I miss a week or something, or another day? But clearly, episode 3, it's all about Dexter's first kill that we know it. Like, the first, like, you broke the law, you went through the cracks. I'm going to hunt you down and kill you because you are a murderer and all that. So, and probably the origins of the blood slides and all that. So, that's going to be quite interesting, seeing Dexter's, like, but how do you say it? First investigation, first hunt, and that. But anyway, if you've seen the episode, comment below, let me know your thoughts.